So with all that information that's been put out to you, right? Do you understand what your nationality is right now? What nation of people you come from? Okay, you talk up a little bit, bro. Israel was the nation. So you're an Israelite. You know that then, right? Let me Psalm 111 and shit. I'm gonna tell you what'll help you understand this a little bit more. So when you ask them questions, it'll be like it ain't just gonna be so difficult for you to process it, alright? It's a step, it's a process to it. I don't expect you to just jump into it and know the same thing that this man knows. As long as he's been in it, you just now learning this, right? Alright, read.
Psalms chapter 111 and verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
You say all they who do his commandments, right? So do is what? That's an action word, right? That means you have to be doing something. You can't just say, hey, I'm an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? It's steps to it. We're doing his commandments. That means, so that he went over some commandments with you, right? So you understand doing those will help you, that's help you get your understanding, right? Give me 1 Corinthians 11 and 3. I'm going to give you another one, just to process, help you process and help you with this walk right here. Because in order for you to get these things, you got to be doing the commandments. And the commandments, they're not hard. Read.
1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
Now, that's an order to things, right? That's one thing the Bible gonna give you. It's an order and structure, right? So what most black people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we never had is order and structure, right? Our order and structure was given to us by our slave masters, right? They the ones who taught you, this is what you ought to do, this is where you ought to be, this is where you ought to go. But this is what the Bible is telling you, the correct way that you should go. You know what I'm saying? It's going to lead you on the path that you should go. Read.
And the head of the woman is the man.
Now, he said, the head of the woman is the man. You agree with that? You understand that the man should be the head, he should be the leader, right? You agree with that? All right.
And the head of Christ is God.
He said, and the head of Christ is God, right? I'm going to read it all at one time. Once you see you soak it in, keep getting it. Read it all at one time.
But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
And so the head of every man is Christ.
And the head of the woman is the man.
So who is your head? Christ, right? Read.
And the head of Christ is God. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered.
Say every man praying or prophesying, right? Praying, you understand what that is. Prophesying is what we're doing. When we're reading out this Bible, we're prophesying to you right now, right? You say every man praying and prophesying.
Dishonor of his head.
To read it from the top.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonor of his head.
He said every man praying or prophesying, and listening to this, that's also prophesying. That's what it means. Praying or prophesying, listening to the words of the Bible that has his head covered, dishonor his head. You know what that means? No. So right now, if you take a look at all the other men out here that's right dressed in purple, right? See, our heads are uncovered, meaning we don't have a hat on. We don't have nothing on there because our head is Christ. They said whatever man has a hat on while you're praying or prophesying, listen to the word of God, and you have your head covered, you dishonor to your head. So what they're saying is, like right now you're listening, but you have your head covered. And your head is who? Your head is Christ, right? And when you got your hat on, that means you're what? All this word coming out. All praise, bro. You know what that's a sign of? That's a sign of Prison Song 19:7. You know what I'm saying? That's the beginning of the change, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's for everybody. That's one thing they would tell you before about the Christian church. They don't tell you them things. They tell you that the laws of God are done away with. Read.
Psalms chapter 19 verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
He said the law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. Right now, that's what's happening to your soul. It's changing.
Bring it out.
Every time you keep one of these commandments, you're going to start to feel that change.
Teach.
The testimony of the Lord is sure.
Perfect.
Making wise the simple.
Telling the most simple man in the world, the things that you never understand in this life, you're going to be able to start understanding because you're going to start keeping these commandments.
Bring it out.
You understand that? You know what I'm saying? That's the beginning of it. Like another thing we get, do you ever tell you about fringes? You know what fringes are? You ever heard of fringes? What verse give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a thing about, say, to say you're an Israelite, see, it's different when we come out here, we say, hey, you got to know your nationality. You got to know this, you got to know that, right? But why you got to know them things? You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you got to remember who you are, right? Why do you have to know them things? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
See, nowhere in the church, Christian church, where they tell you that God had requirements of you. They wouldn't tell you that. What they come and tell you, you come and sit down, you know, and you just say, yeah, I believe, and you get up and you go, right? They wouldn't tell you that requirements. They wouldn't tell you that the Bible was written for you, by your people, for you. You know what I'm saying? This book was written, this is your history, so you can go back and think and remember in your time in your captivity who you were.
Right.
Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
That's the things you got to do. You got to learn to fear the Most High. Read.
To walk in all his ways. And to love him. And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Now, do you know how to love God? Give me that. You know how to love God? They ever teach you that? You go to, I'm talking like you've been to church. Have you ever been to a church? Or you go? Right? Well, we're gonna show you how to love God. What God says He wants love from you. Can't go up there. Can you go up and hug Him? No. You can't send Him a text message. You can't just go give Him a call and say, "Hey, I love you, God." You can't do that. He don't want that. We're gonna show you exactly what He wants. Read.
1 John chapter 5 verse 3. For this is the love of God.
But this is the love of God. This is how you do it. It ain't no other way. It's simple. That's what He's trying to tell you. The things in the Bible are simple, but you don't understand them. That's why you got people to teach you so you understand them.
Right.
That we keep His commandments. And His commandments are not grievous.
Read it one more time.
For this is the love of God.
This is the love of God.
That we keep His commandments. And His commandments are not grievous.
When it say, so to love God, you got to keep His commandments. The love of God is not, to keep the commandments are not hard. But say, like, we've been to go over fringes with you, right? Those fringes aren't hard to do. Because you don't understand what they are, man, that'd be hard. It's now hard not to eat shrimp, lobster, catfish. Them things aren't hard. It's not hard to do, but it's hard because see, what you're doing right now is you're changing your mind. That's what we switched back when we said Psalm 97. The law of the Lord is what changes you. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're going to get the whole change. You don't take no sitting down in no white man's couch and all that. It takes these laws.
That's right.
Word. This is how we going to help you. This is how we going to hear you. Read. Bridges.
Oh yeah. Numbers chapter 15 verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel.
That's you.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
All right, hold on. Now see, this right here, this is a fringe, right? It said, bid them that they put, what?
Well, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
It's the borders of your garment. See your shirt right there? It's the border of your garment, right? You're supposed to have something there, right? Read.
Throughout their generations. And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
A ribbon of blue.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
So this is put there so to help you as a remembrance. When you decide, when you sitting there, when you're alone in that restaurant and you looking at that menu and you decide, man, I sure remember I used to eat shrimp this, and you get the rub of the fringe and say, you know what? That ain't the commandment that the Most High told me to have. I'm not supposed to do that because I'm an Israelite right now. That's your heritage. That's what God gave you. You understand? Hey, since you got a question, are you?
Yeah, I have a question.
Come on up.
I am so sick of the way this life is right now. Seriously. I want to know how come every time I go to Canal Street, I see white men, black men dating white women. That makes me sick. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I do not like that. I am totally against that.
Right.
I think that black men should stay with their own kind.
Right. You know what? That's because they don't know their nationality, sis. They lost. Oh, no, you ain't no harm like this.
You on point, sis. You on point.
Right here.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Right. See, this is the Most High. This is God talking right here, right? This is what He said to the Israelite man and to the Israelite woman. Read.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from
that you're not supposed to have interracial relationships.
Bring it out.
Did you know that? You didn't know that, right? See, that's what I'm saying. You're not supposed to marry outside your race. So, what was your race be? You're black, right? See, what's your nationality, my man? Huh? You black. After all this, you still saying you black. All right, we're going to show you what your nationality is, sis. All right? This is why when you say you see them men walking down, because they don't know who they are, right? First, give me Job 8 and 8. I'm going to show you why we going into all that, right? It's a purpose for that. It's a reason why we out here do the things we do. You see the situation we in. Now these are dating outside of they are race. They have the men dating men, women dating women. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Yes.
No English.
John chapter 8 verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age.
You say inquire, I pray thee of that former age. Hold your feet, my man. I'm sitting here discussing something right now, all right? So hold your peace. Hold it. All right? You got a question? We're going to get with you, all right? All right.
And
Again.
For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
Now, you see, inquire thee of that former age. You're supposed to want to look back and understand who we were, where you come from. Because as I asked you what your nationality was, right, you said you were black. But you can't, okay, if you got a bus ticket, could you go there? Could you go catch a plane to your nationality, to your nation of people? Where's the nation of black at? You said Africa. I asked you what nation you from. Africa got 52 of them, and none of them called black. See what I mean?
Bring it
That's
out.
what we see. That's what this is the learning process we're going through right here. Deuteronomy 1:1.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Now, this is the words that Moses spake unto all Israel, right? So these curses, we're going to give you a set of curses, right? These are identifying factors of what we use to say who we are. And this is the reason why we say we don't date outside our race. But you got to know who your race is, not date outside it, right?
Right.
Right. Come on,
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
He said, if you don't listen to the Lord thy God, right, these curses will come upon you. So, is curse a good thing or a bad thing? Bad thing, right? Everybody agree curse is a bad thing? Okay, right. So, I'm going to give you a curse and you tell me who identifies with this, right? 16, verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
Now, we're going to take the city of New Orleans, right? One of the highest STD rates in the world is right here in the city of New Orleans. Every night there's a murder or 2 or 3, right? Look at the situation we're in right now. This isn't heaven. This ain't what you're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to be sitting there trying to catch transportation to get somewhere. You should already have that. That's not living, right? He said, curse shall we be in the field, right? Now, our forefathers, what were they doing? You see the pictures right here? They were picking cotton, sugar cane, cucumber, all that. That's cursed in the field. There's no other group of people who went through that right there. There's nobody else who can identify with that besides us. See, this is what I'm showing you. That's an identifying factor that's in this book, right? Give me 45.
45. 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
He say, therefore you shall serve your enemies that the Lord shall send against you. Now, I don't know what kind of church you've been to, but were you ever taught that you had enemies from the Bible? In the Bible that said you had enemies. No. See what I'm saying? Now read that one again from the top.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
So the Lord sent these enemies against you, right? Now who were these enemies, right? Go to 68. We're going to show you who the enemies were.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
So how did the so-called black people get to this side of the world?
I got to count. I'm just passing. I know it's there.
I mean, yeah. Initially, see, I mean, how did we get here to be picking this cotton? What mode of transportation was used to get us here? Boats, right?
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUic has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.